To start, let's review our basic terms. A metaphor is a direct comparison for the purpose of description. A is B, and B replaces A in order to describe it. An allegory is a metaphor carried through a story for the purpose of describing some aspect of life. Allegory gives a particular perspective and often speaks to the fundamental nature of humanity. Now let's engage in the process of understanding the allegory. First we ask, what are the metaphors? These will be central pieces of the story. I have noted 4. To me, Alexander represents humans and their desire for greatness. Asmodeus represents sin or imperfection and error. The waters of eternal life represent perfection or godliness. This is what Alexander is after. And then we have the glowing pearl, and honestly, I don't have that figured out yet. This is fine. It often happens, and we just move to the next step. Next, we ask ourselves, what is the allegory? And to answer this question, we recast the story with the substitutions in place and see what it tells us. Humans strive for greatness. They seek to be perfect, like gods. This search takes them to the realm of sin, or imperfection and error. They make a harrowing journey through this land. Along the way they discover a glowing pearl, but it doesn't interest them. Finally, they see how to attain perfection or godliness, but it is a trap. For to achieve it, they must give up life as they know it. So they return and give the pearl to sin, or imperfection and error, then have a rich life. That's a good start, but we're still missing some pieces. So we turn to symbols to see if they can guide us. Again, these will be major pieces of the story. They will stand out if we look for them. I have noted 6. To me, the mountains of darkness represent ignorance, as do the forest and the cave. The waters in the cave represent the natural flow. The speaking tree represents guidance, and the well of living waters represents the source of enlightenment. That's where the glowing pearl is. Wait a minute, I've got it. The glowing pearl is enlightenment, illumination, the meaning of one's life, one's true self, or true identity, or true purpose. Nice! So by taking cues from the symbols, I was able to see what I couldn't see before. They were my guides and pointed to what I needed to see. So now we can put it all together. What does the story tell us about life? What does it say about the nature of humanity? To answer these questions, we recast the story again, this time with all the pieces in place. Humans strive for greatness. They seek to be perfect, like gods. This search takes them to the realm of sin, or imperfection and error. They make a harrowing journey through this land, all the while in ignorance and moving against the natural flow. Along the way, they receive various forms of guidance, but are given the choice of which guidance to follow. Enlightenment is presented to them and accompanies them, but they do not value it. They still favor perfection. Finally, they see how to attain perfection, but it's a trap, for to achieve it, they must give up life as they know it. So they abandon perfection and instead give illumination to imperfection and error. When they do that, the realm of sin and error disappears, and they lead a rich life. This is just one take on the story. It's my personal interpretation. And each person has the opportunity to derive their own sense of meaning. And therein lies the value. By applying these tools to the story, we develop a strong personal connection to it, and it helps us to learn and grow.